Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. New Bruce Ohr's 302s reveal Christopher Steele was in direct contact with McCain's office before 2016 election. The Gateway Pundit reports that conservative watchdog group Judicial Watch on Tuesday evening obtained 34 pages of FBI 302 interviews with twice demoted DOJ official Bruce Ohr about his contact with dossier author Christopher Steele. Bruce Ohr acted as a back channel to the FBI after Christopher Steele was terminated as a CHS, confidential human source, for his improper contact with the media. A 302 report is used by FBI agents to summarize notes taken while interviewing a subject. You know, they kept those 302s classified for a while. The Bruce Ohr 302s revealed that Christopher Steele was in direct contact with then Senator John McCain's office before the election, prior to October of 2016, much earlier than previously known. Steele also told Ohr that he spoke with the staff member of Senator John McCain's office sometime prior to October 2016. Steele had this conversation at the request of Redacted. Since October 2016, Steele had not spoken to anyone regarding Trump's dossier, the 302 reported. According to a previous court deposition given by David Kramer, a former State Department official and associate of John McCain, the late senator was briefed on the dossier in November of 2016. Kramer was also BuzzFeed's source for the phony 35-page dossier and provided to other government officials and reporters, in which John McCain's daughter, Meghan McCain, been saying that her father had nothing to do with it the whole time, but this is contrary to what she had been saying. You know, I've been talking about McCain for years and how, and I believe that he did some very, very treasonous things, and his daughter been defended him, saying attacking Trump on how Trump been coming out against McCain even after he died. But that's a whole nother thing in itself right there. But I'll talk about that in another video. But the article goes on to say that Kramer was also BuzzFeed's source for the phony 35-page dossier and provided to other government officials and reporters. Recall, Fusion GPS co-founder Glenn Simpson wanted to use McCain, a senior Republican senator, to deliver the dossier over to the FBI in order to lend it more credibility. That way they can give it cover and say, see, it's not just the Democrats. You know, we got Republicans. With this information too. They wanted to saturate it to give it more credibility. So they would they release it to the press. They release it. They have McCain come out with his copies of the dossier, and so it lends more credibility, even though the dossier was never verified. But Senator Lindsey Graham previously defended McCain and said that some of the late senator's staffers took the dossier and tried to go after Trump after the election without McCain's knowledge. Now we know that Steele directly contacted McCain's office before the 2016 election and before the first FISA warrant was issued on Trump campaign advisor Carter Page. Because we know that the dossier is the thing that started the whole investigation, this fake dossier. And Lindsey Graham been saying, he's been saying that McCain had nothing to do with it prior to the information already being out, which now we know is false, of course. Investigative reporter Paul Sperry brings up a very interesting point on why Lindsey Graham hasn't held a Senate Judiciary hearing over Spygate. He tweeted, "So now we know Christopher Steele was in contact with Senator McCain's office prior to the election. McCain was best buds with Senator Lindsey Graham, who ran against Trump. Did McCain and Graham discuss the dossier? Is this why Graham hasn't held any judiciary hearings over Spygate?" And I think that's a fair question. Is that the reason why? Why is Lindsey Graham not holding any judiciary hearings? Because he don't want the blowback to go. They don't want any blowback on his best friend McCain. But let me know what you think. Do you think Graham is covering for McCain? Leave your comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Until next time. We live in a real nightmare. Watch out for these brothers. Watch out for these brothers. We live in a real nightmare. Watch out for these brothers.